Rather than lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Now, there is a transfer battle that we're going to be diving into Arsenal Man United for two wide forwards, Leroy Sane and Coady Gakpo. Now, I think Coady Gakpo is the realistic one. Leroy Sane, according to stories from Germany, it doesn't seem like Bayern are willing to sell. Now, Coady Gakpo has been on the radar for Erik ten Hag for quite some time. And those who Arsenal have been interested, according to the Telegraph, we've been interested in Coady Gakpo since months ago. Now, Man United have been rejected by a couple of players this summer, and they're struggling to find, I hope I'm right to say they're struggling to find the perfect players for Erik ten Hag's system. Although they have the likes of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Anthony Martial, they need someone. They need more reinforcements in that team if they're going to compete directly with Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Liverpool, and Manchester City. So they're looking for reinforcements, but many players are actually rejecting them. But Leroy Sane and Coady Gakpo, in the last few hours, United have submitted their request to sign Leroy Sane. Arsenal have also been in and around this deal for quite some time, although we have never made any official proposals. With Coady Gakpo, it has always been very, very clear Arsenal want to sign Coady Gakpo, but we have also never talked to PSV a concrete offer. Man United have also not taken to PSV a concrete offer. So in the next few months, probably not few months, but in the next few weeks, we could see Arsenal or Man United making an offer for Coady Gakpo. And that is where we're going to base our discussion here. If you wanted Arsenal to win one of the transfer races, which one would it be? Is it Coady Gakpo that you are interested in? Is it Leroy Sane that you feel is actually the better player? Now, let me try to feed you into what is happening. So, apart from Arsenal and Man United both being interested, PSV and Hoffen still expect Coady Gakpo, offers for Coady Gakpo to come in, and they will not stand in the way of Coady Gakpo rather than Ibrahim Sangare. Now, Sangare has signed a new contract until 2027, and that shows you that he is a priority for them. The priority for them was to make sure that Ibrahim Sangare doesn't leave them this summer. They've done that. He signed a new deal until 2027. Coady Gakpo, on the other hand, is one player they are not sure will stay. They expect him to stay, but if an offer comes in around 45 million euros, they will let him go. The only problem with the deal is that PSV feel they want to use the player in their UCL group, not really group stages, but UCL qualification round against Monaco, and after that they can sell Coady Gakpo. So if a deal is going to happen, it is one that will happen deep down into the deep down in the transfer window. With Leroy Sane, it is very, very clear. According to Christian Falk, he has said, true, Bayern Munich do not have any offers officially for Leroy Sane, and they would want to keep the player. The player is 100% not unhappy or 100% happy at Bayern, to make English easier. So he's happy at Bayern and would love to be there to fight for first team football, to fight for his spot in the team. But now two clubs are interested in Leroy Sane and Coady Gakpo, Man United and Arsenal. Where should both players go? I think that's the first question that we can address here on the show. And I think the other one is which one of them is Arsenal, or should Arsenal focus on in this transfer battle? Let's get this video to 800 likes, right? So let's start off with Leroy Sane. I think the special abilities of Leroy Sane are really known. We all know what he can offer as a player. We know his ability. We know his talent. We know what he is all about. We've seen him at Schalke 04. We've seen him at Bayern, and we've seen him at Manchester City. Now, the truth is, I would love to sign Leroy Sane over Coady Gakpo, and this is the reason. Sane has played in the Premier League. Sane has played for Manchester City, and Sane has played for Bayern Munich. So he's played at the very top. He's played, at the top, at a top level. I mean, you do not want to miss such a signing if it is available. Similar to what we've signed in Gabriel Jesus, similar to what we have in Alexander Zinchenko. Players that have played at a top level, players that have have got that kind of experience, but yes, still very, very young, and would cost for, I think it would only cost us around 60 million pounds. That is not too huge for me. For a player that has been in the Premier League, for a player that has been in the German Bundesliga and has played for the biggest teams in Europe, you can even argue, because Manchester City in the Premier League at the moment, they're the biggest team. Bayern have always been the biggest team in the German Bundesliga, and Bayern, you could even argue that in the last 10 years, Bayern are very, very close to being the biggest team in Europe. Probably the lack of Champions League, consecutive Champions League finals, final finishes and titles could just deter that notion. So I would want to get Leroy Sane, a player that I know can score goals, and a player that I know is very, very comfortable when it comes to creating those kind of assists for the other players all the time. His numbers have never lied. Ever since going back to Germany, 32 games in the 2020-21 campaign, 6 goals and 9 assists last campaign, 32 games as well, 7 goals and 7 assists. This season, he's already opened up his account by assisting in their opening game of the season against Eintracht Frankfurt. So for me, it's Sane, right? If Arsenal want to decide who they sign, it is Leroy Sane. But if I'm Leroy Sane and thinking about putting this into the context of Leroy Sane, where should he go? Is it Man United? Is it Arsenal? Lucky enough, I think it should be Arsenal. Now, we've lost the battle for Lisandro Martinez to Man United, and the reason I think we lost that one was the relationship between Erik ten Hag and Lisandro Martinez. He was always going to pick his ex-manager because, look, he's coming to a very difficult league and he wanted a home. He was looking for a place where he can't call home. And Erik ten Hag, given the fact that he's the boss there, he knows when I go to Man United, I'm going to play under my former boss, and it is definitely going to work out. So for me, I don't think we lose this one if we go in for Leroy Sane. Sane has worked with Mikel Arteta. Arsenal have the money to pay Leroy Sane's wages, and we also have the money to pay, to pay out his contract. So Leroy Sane is the guy, right? I don't think he would choose Man United day in, day out. I don't think he would. And honestly, he's gonna look at this Arsenal project, and will be, okay, what do we have here? We have a group of players, 26 and below, trying to win the Premier League in the next 2-3 seasons. If I join them, by that time I'll be 28, and I'll have won the Premier League, and I'll be one of the great Arsenal legends that have made this club great again. I don't think they can beat us to Leroy Sane. But like I said, Christian Focus said, at the moment, Bayern do not expect the player to move. They have already talked to him. He's happy at the club and nothing more. So let's wait and see whether that one can materialize. Now, the interesting one is Coady Gakpo. And why I call him the interesting one is I think it's a deal that will happen. Newcastle, Man United, Arsenal, name other clubs that have been interested in Coady Gakpo. I think whoever is interested, there is a chance. There is a chance that you sign him. There is a chance that you can get him, and that is this man. So where should Coady Gakpo go? Let us start from there. Now, he's a very, very talented player, and his numbers do not lie as well. If I can show you what he's done last campaign, you will be truly amazed. And he has already opened up his account this season. He has played his first game in the Dutch Eredivisie against Emmen. Yesterday, PSV played against Emmen and won that game 4-1. And he actually scored a brace. So he has already scored 2 goals this campaign with 1 game. Last campaign was his campaign of his life. 12 goals and 13 assists. That is 25 goal involvements, the same as Moussa Diaby last campaign. But what I want to say here about Coady Gakpo is he's a player that is very, very unpredictable. His future is very unpredictable. I think with Leroy Sane, it is easy. If it is United and Arsenal, I think Arsenal win that one. But with Coady Gakpo, it is so unpredictable because one, he's going to be looking at game time, and to be honest, I do not think Marcus Rashford starts ahead of Coady Gakpo. If Eric Ten Hag sets up his team very well, and everyone settles in, I don't think Coady Gakpo is on the bench and Rashford starts. I think it is the other way around. I think Rashford is on the bench and Coady Gakpo start. And I think United do have that power to convince him that you're going to be influential on the left-hand side and you're going to be very, very key. You're not actually, it's not rivaling anyone on the left. Yes, Anthony Martial can play there. I think Mason Greenwood, I'm not really sure if Greenwood is going to come back in this Man United side, but he can also play there and Marcus Rashford. But are they the quality of Coady Gakpo? Probably Anthony Martial, you could argue. But apart from Anthony Martial, who I predominantly see playing as a false nine or down through the middle, and Eric Ten Hag, it won't be a problem because Ten Hag is that flexible. He can play in that system of a false nine, or he can set up in a regular system that asks for a 9, and it's actually going to work out well. So with Coady Gakpo, he can join Man United if United convince him. But how about joining Arsenal? I think it again comes back to the kind of project that Arsenal have at the moment and the kind of project that Man United have at the moment. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Man United, but I'm trying to say here is Arsenal are having a better project, a project that has been tested for 38 games last campaign, a project that has seen the likes of Gabriel Jesus agree, Zinchenko agree, and the likes of Bukayo Saka pen new deals, and William Saliba agreeing to stay at Arsenal. That kind of project is one that is going to ask you or make you ask questions. It will ask you questions, but if it doesn't, then it will make you ask yourself questions. If I went into this mix, could I be that good? Because with Coady Gakpo now, is it that good? That's the question. I think it's good. I think it's definitely good. I think, in terms of scoring goals, that is what Mikel Arteta is looking for. He's looking for a second striker. He's looking for someone who can give us goals, apart from Gabriel Jesus. And Gabriel Martinelli, this is where I fear for him. And this is where I'm excited for him as well. Because in that Crystal Palace game, if you rewind it, Martinelli is swapping positions with Gabriel Jesus. It is not Saka swapping positions with Gabriel Jesus. It is Gabriel Martinelli swapping positions with Gabriel Jesus. And that means that Mikel Arteta is trying to use his left forward as someone who's going to be, finding themselves in goal scoring opportunities lots of the time. And when Gabriel Jesus decides to go a little bit deeper and take on that creative role, then Gabriel Martinelli is going to be the beneficiary. Now, my problem with Gabriel Martinelli is not finishing. It has never been, and it will never be, right? I think he should score. He should have scored, early in that Crystal Palace game. I'll say that throughout the week. So don't tell me, because you say that already. I'll say it throughout the week. He should have scored that chance. But we know that his finishing is late. But Coady Gakpo, the numbers are absolutely better. So if you have Coady Gakpo and Gabriel Martinelli, you're on a sure deal that you have two players that are absolutely hungry for goal, absolutely going to guarantee you goals. So for me, I would go for Leroy Sane, but I think Coady Gakpo is a good player in regards to what Mikel Arteta is trying to do. Have a second forward, and that means Bukayo Saka's role is going to become purely creative. But also, I think the availability of Coady Gakpo would make Bukayo Saka even a better player, because Saka loves swinging those balls into the penalty area. So you would have Gakpo or Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus in that penalty area waiting for the service. So where would these two go? Leroy Sane, my prediction, I think Leroy Sane will stay at Bayern. Look, I'm sorry to say that, but I think he will stay at Bayern. With Coady Gakpo, I think he will move. Right? With Coady Gakpo, I think will move. But this is my idea. He moves to a club that is most patient. PSV will try to milk the situation. They'll try to play the game, the time-wasting card. Whoever is patient will get Coady Gakpo. I don't see how he stays there. Whoever is patient takes Coady Gakpo. Could it be Arsenal? Could it be Newcastle? Could it be Man United? I mean, if he goes to Man United, I would congratulate them, but I don't think I would be very, very scared of them because they have signed Coady Gakpo. And if he joined Arsenal, defenses should get scared. Yeah, it's fair for me to say that, because for us, Arsenal, we've done well. We've organized ourselves well. United are still an absolute shambles. We're going to watch them at 4 p.m. today. I predict and I reckon them to win, but I don't think we'll see very good football, especially against a Brighton side. Yes, Brighton have lost Yves Bissouma, and that is a key member of their squad. But the more I think about it, if they can make Caicedo a number 6, and then Enoch Mepu takes on that. I mean, at times he's played in that more creative role, but if Enoch Mepu can take on that box to box role that Bissouma has been doing very well for them, then I don't think they should be overwhelmed. Now, yeah, they've lost Marco Kurela. I think that is a huge blow. Yeah, they have Levi Colwell, but Marco Kurela is a huge blow to them. Very, very huge blow to them. So at the moment, we are looking at Man United and Arsenal battling for Coady Gakpo and Leroy Sane. My thoughts are Coady Gakpo will move, but Leroy Sane will not.